guys, what's going on? Master of Deception here, back with another video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be taking a look at a very cool card trick. It's called Process of Elimination. And before we get into that, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I post weekly magic content and also a lot of sleight of hand stuff and stuff like that. This channel is going to get really big eventually. So if you guys want, you can leave down comments what you guys want to see from me on this channel. I can do a lot of things. I can do Rubik's Cube stuff. I can do something called cardistry, which is something you guys probably know about. So yeah, the possibilities are really just endless. But anyways, with that being said, I'm thinking of doing a 50 subscriber video. So drop a fat like for that. So anyways, let's move right into the card trick. Alright, so here's what this trick looks like. I'm just going to give the cards a couple of cuts, okay? So I'm just going to go like that. And maybe even a couple cuts here for good measure. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take about a third of the cards off. And we're just going to shuffle these cards up. My spectator would do all of this, by the way. But I don't have a spectator, so I'm just doing it myself. So this card is going to be the card that my spectator remembers. I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. Promise I'm not looking. And I will go ahead and take about half of the remaining cards and place it on top of this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give the cards a couple of cuts. So as you can see, all the cards look pretty different. So we'll go ahead and just give the cards a little bit of a mix-up, just like that. And then I'm just going to deal the cards into two separate piles. Alright, so now I would just ask my spectator to touch a pile. So let's just say they touch this pile. I say perfect. We'll go ahead and keep this pile. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this one. We don't need that one anymore. So now we have a lot of cards in this pile. I need to eliminate these cards. And how we're going to do that is we're just going to kind of follow this pattern here of dealing and keeping. So we're going to deal and then keep. Deal, keep, 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 deal. And we're just going to kind of keep following that pattern. So we'll go like this. And we're left with two cards. Now what I would ask my spectator to do is place their hand on one card. So let's just say they place it right here. I say perfect. We'll go ahead and leave my hand on top here, and we'll keep that card that you left your hand on. And hopefully that is your card. Alright. That is the trick, you guys. And yeah, let's move right into the tutorial. Alright guys, so welcome back to the tutorial. So this trick is actually really simple. And what you're going to do is you're going to start by memorizing the 31st card from the top of the deck, because that's going to be your key card. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to deal 30 cards from the top of the deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then the 31st card is going to be the 2 of clubs. And that's going to be the card that we're going to need to remember. So we'll go ahead and take all these cards and place them back down. And then you can do any kind of false cuts that you want. So I like this one where you go like this. You know, I taught that before on my channel, So if you want, you can go watch that. Anyways, after you do all the false cuts, then you can take your deck. Well, your spectator is going to cut about a third of the cards from the deck. So it's just going to go like that. It's just going to be a third of the cards. And what they're going to do with that third is they're going to shuffle it. I really hope you guys can see this. I'm trying my best to move my hands around so that way you can see exactly what's happening. Anyways, 7 of hearts. That is the card that they're going to remember. And then our key card was the 2 of clubs. So what we want to do now is we want to cut past our key card. And how we're going to do that is we're just going to literally cut half of the remaining cards, pretty much. And then that's going to easily cut past the 31st card. Once you get your key card in this pile, you are going to take your key card. Well, before you do that, you're going to give the cards some cuts. Your spectator is going to give the cards some cuts. As many cuts as they want to. So you can do swing cuts, they can do like regular table cuts. The only thing here is that you want to make sure that they don't cut it more than like once at a time. So they can't go like 1 and then 2 over here. They can't do that. They gotta just cut once. So next thing you're gonna do is you're going to turn the deck over and you're gonna find your key card. And once you find that key card, you're just gonna place your index finger on top of the first card and then keep going. Now this one's pretty close to the top, so I've pretty much already gone through all the cards. So all you're going to do once you find your key card is you're just going to take your key card and all the cards above it, and you are going to cut it right to the bottom, just like that. Now your key card's on the bottom, and then you can turn the deck over. And then now, you're going to deal the deck into 2 separate piles. I'll move this out of the way for a minute. And then what you're going to do now is you are going to go ahead and just let your spectator touch a pile. So they can either touch this one or they can touch this one. Now in this case, my key card actually ended up right here. And it's really, really, really important that you remember what card you left off on. So when you're dealing your last cards, you want to make sure you know where you put the last one, because that's the pile you need to keep. So right here, the 2 of clubs, my key card is actually right here. So that's why you want to figure out what pile you put the last card on, because your key card is going to be right on top of it. And then what you're going to do is just ask your spectator to touch a pile. So they can either touch this one or this one. It doesn't even matter. And I went over this in my last video about whenever I did my last trick. It's called a magician's choice, okay? So if they touch this one, all you're going to say is, okay, well, go ahead and get rid of that. And if they touch this one, then perfect, you're good. You can just go ahead and keep this pile. But if they don't, then just say, okay, we'll go ahead and get rid of this pile, and we'll place it right here onto the deck. So now, what you're going to do is you're going to tell your spectator that you're just going to need to narrow down the cards. And if you need help, you can go back to the performance and figure out what my pattern is, or what I say when I do this. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do this pattern of you're going to deal the top card with your thumb, okay? And you're just going to set it down on the table. It doesn't really work if you go like this, because you don't have any other fingers once you get to this top card, right? So it's easier to just go deal the card with your thumb, and then you're going to deal another one. And then you just keep on following this pattern. So you're going to deal and then keep, deal, keep, deal, keep, deal, keep. And you're going to keep on doing that until you have 2 cards. So deal, keep, deal, keep, deal, keep, deal, and keep. We're down to 4, so we're just going to do it one more time. Deal, keep, deal, keep. And then the card on the bottom, that's going to be the card that is your spectator's card. So what you can do is you can just do this and you can mix them around a little bit. You just need to be very careful that you remember which one it was. And then all you do is you can have your spectator place their hand on top of one. And if they do this one, then okay, we'll go ahead and keep the card that you have your hand on top of, and we'll place this one right here. You'll always end up with their card every single time. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that trick. As always, make sure you guys leave in the comments what you guys think I can do better to improve this channel. And also, be sure to subscribe, because I'm telling you, whenever I hit 50, there's going to be a big video on the way. And also leave it in the comments what kind of videos you want to see. And this is Master of Deception, signing out.